Coach, first of all, what is your initial impression of the pink SG ball which will be used in the Kolkata Test?
Yeah, I've played when I was coaching South Africa. They played the bowlers played with the kookaburra. Having practiced for the last week with it, I think it's a. I won't say it's better, but discoloration hasn't been so bad. With the kookaburra ball, I found there was a lot of cracks in it. Actually, this ball has stayed discoloration. I haven't seen any, so it's a good. I think the quality of the ball is quite good.
Often, some of the Indian players have complained that SG balls, the seam tend to get up. It's not helpful for the spinners to grip the ball at times. Even they sometimes tend to favor the Duke's ball. So, have you what is your inspiration about the seam for the fast bowlers as well as for the spinners?
Yeah, for the fast bowler, I think it's a plus because it stayed quite hard for long as possible. For the spinner, it could be a problem. The grip, I think, sometimes it does get soft quickly. The ones that we've bowled 40 or 50 overs with it, but I think it shouldn't be that much of a problem because sometimes I think in the test game. If you play under lights, they normally leave a bit more grass, so the ball will probably stay a lot harder, or the seam will stay harder for maybe a bit longer.
And for the first time, day-night cricket, Test cricket will be arranged in subcontinent. And Kolkata, eastern part of the country, that there will be a lot of dew after 5:30, and there will be, So, do you think that in day-night cricket, we have seen that third session all generally dominated by the pace bowlers, but over here, due to the dew factor, do you think it will be much more easier for the batsmen compared to what we have seen probably in Adelaide or in Birmingham?
I think we're starting 1 o'clock, so it might be. So the dew will only kick in from 6 o'clock. I think we've done our homework a bit. What I found the ball, because if the ball stays hard, because it's not the swing, it's the seam movement, and you hit the seam, the ball will pick up pace. So it does become harder for the batsman. So there's still a lot in for the bowler. I don't know what the rule is about. Are we going to change the ball if the ball gets too wet? I think they have to discuss that with the umpires and see what. But I think generally the ball does seam. It probably won't swing if the ball gets wet, but it will still seam.
And coach, talking about your responsibility with this Bangladesh team, traditionally Bangladesh has always been a team which is more dependent on spin bowling. And back home in domestic cricket, spinners have dominated proceedings. But now, as we have seen in India, that they have changed the so-called subcontinental stereotypes, and now their pace bowlers are probably out-bowling the spinners in every test match. So, do you think a similar sort of model needs to be implemented in Bangladesh cricket as well?
Rick, they'll have to change. In saying India, it took him how long to change as well? Because I can remember coming here in 97 and they had the pace foundation. So a lot of fundamentals have been set earlier to speed up the process, and they're reaping reward now after from 96, how many years is that? So after 20, 30 years, they're reaping rewards because the foundation was laid. And I don't think it's a panic. So we have to gradually introduce more seamers, but there are challenges when you play in Bangladesh. The conditions is more favoured of the spin bowlers, and listen, you have to play to your strengths. When you play in your home conditions, you're going to play to your strengths. Fortunately for India now, they got 7 or 8 seamers that can play all international and be able to compete when they play international cricket. So it's a process, but we're not in a hurry. You can't speed up the process, so you have to be patient. I think sometimes you have to be patient. You have to be patient with the bowlers as well.
And coach, your first impression of this Indian attack, I mean, according to you, do you think that facing the likes of Stark, Hazelwood in Australia is tougher, or the likes of Shami, Bumrah or Ishant, Umesh here in Indian conditions is tougher?
Yeah, no, these guys, they definitely got different skill. They pitch the ball up, their skill, they swing the ball. Everyone is different. Bumrah is different to a Sami is different to a Ishant. So in that what makes them a good bowling attack, or great bowling attack, I would say, because everyone is different. Bivani, he bowls outswing, in swing. Sami, second innings. he always takes wickets for them. He bowled well against Africa. I always see him take wickets in second. And that is the mark of good bowlers, guys that can win your games when you're trying to bowl teams after second innings.
So, if you are a batsman, would you like to face the likes of the Australian attack at their home, or would you like to prefer facing these guys in India?
I'm not sure. I've never batted against either of them, so I can't make a judgment on that. But you know, at the end of the day, they're really bowling well, so I can't say. You'll have to ask the batsman that.
Okay. And finally, coach, there's a culture of fast bowling needs to be developed, as you are rightly speaking, that the foundation needs to be laid. So, have you seen this culture developing amongst the young upcoming Bangladeshi pacers who are performing maybe in age group level or maybe in domestic cricket?
Yeah, as I said, the under-19s beat England in England. So you can't beat England in their conditions and don't have good seamers. So I think there is a lot coming through. But as I said, there are challenges, but we have to overcome that. And hopefully we can lay that foundation and start bringing through under-19 guys, lower levels under 15, start bowling and saying, listen, there's an opportunity if you want to play test cricket, if you want to play one-day cricket, T20 cricket. I think in the last T20 game there was the most seamers they played, 3 seamers we played in, and we almost beat India. So it's step by step. It's a small process, but unfortunately we have to speed it up as well.
One final question is Mustafizur Rahman, even your premier pacer in this in Bangladesh team. Often he says he has struggled with, of late he has struggled with injuries, or probably he's at times we have seen that he is not bringing the ball in. He is not improving on the variety which is there already there in his arsenal. So do you think that in this modern day cricket, when bowlers tend to they have to improve themselves, Mustafizur is probably lacking behind a little?
No, we'll have to wait and see. We've been working now the last couple of days. Hopefully he gets his chance in Calcutta. But of course, at the end of the day, you need to be consistent in Test cricket. Your stock ball is still your main weapon. Sometimes it does bring the ball back, and you just need to be consistent. One or two balls with a new ball he can bring back. But then the other thing is to get the outside edge, be consistent. That is the key for him, is to be consistent in his areas.
Thank you, coach, and all the best for the Kolkata Test.
Thank you, no worries.